almost shifting. We got pizza, moving boxes, or else checkers beats us. Life is rough here in the depths of space. If shit set comes a-knocking, we shoot them in the face. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Alright, I got another verse. I hear a boy coming right in my instant, and it just asks me why I blew them all away. But I feel so great now with sovereign Cargonia. Every round we stand our ground. Gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo. Hail Cargonia, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo, gun cargo.
Get back to work.
Here I am. Rock me like a hurricane. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do here shortly is take the Merc forces and see if I can't update them to a little more era-appropriate units when the time comes. To get more units. Anyway, sorry for not being prepared. That's what I was doing in the background. DJ Ponytail, hello, hello. Hey, Cal. How you been, buddy? Long time no see. Did I level everybody up? Does everybody have the appropriate amount of SP? They do. Everybody is still a frickin' 3-skill pilot. Oh, that's wonderful. So, his set of mighty chompers are coming on in, and he is in no end of pain. Ramshackle, that is news. All right. Search. Okay, let me organize these in a way. There we are. So, if I recall correctly, we have 19,000 money. Which means we have 47 SP with which we can shop for new mechs. Shit. Or acquire pilots. So, question for you all. Is there a mech that you want me to buy? Yes, I have it downloaded. I just have not played it yet. I have not played much of Mech Warrior in a while. Give me a second. Ow! What the fuck did I just... Oh. The hell did I just do to my chair? The hell did I just do to my chair? Come on. Stupid. Get. There we go. There you go. No, a plastic cover came off. Ladies and gentlemen, do we want to buy a mech? Or do we want to hire a pilot? So one of the things that I need to do, Apocalypse. So ignore the APCs, but these are my mechs. I'm going to try and, like, upgrade them. But we have access to Ilcon era stuff. Which is why I kind of want to upgrade some of these things, because this is a lot of intro tech. Especially like the Griffin and the Centurion and the Phoenix Hawk, and the Marauder. Those can all be kind of upgraded. There's some things can if I can get a model of it, or if it's already in the model database for this TTRPG mod, or for the tabletop sim mod, then I can and I will use it. That's the reason why I have a Mad Cat and not a Blood Asp, because the Blood Asp does not have a model, or he did not have a model for it in this setup. That being said, is there anything that you guys particularly want me to dick around with? I should remind that I believe Choose My Mech and Name in Game are redeemable. I forget who... Someone redeemed a name, and I forget who it was. Is someone who can... Yeah, well, Timberwolf right there. Fire support. I don't think so, Grimos. But there was someone... I recall someone used a... used it previously. And I can't remember. And here I am dicking with a 3D print while we talk about this. Keep in mind, if we redeem more named pilots, that's less SP that we are going to get at the end of sorties. Because I gotta pay you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Boat. There are some issues with the print. And I think I'm actually missing a section. Yes, I think I might be missing a section. No, I'm not. That print just is rather unfortunate. I have no idea if that's supposed to be... I don't know. Anyway, do we want to think about... also, Nanderwalls, thank you! Hello for the first time chat. I've got a Bamboo Labs P2S. It's been alright. It had a little hiccup last night. Some filament got stuck after running out, and I didn't catch it in time to not do that. So I had to pause the print, turn the machine off, take the print head off, and perhaps that print got messed up during the stuff. So what do we want to do? Do we want to buy a pilot? Do we want to buy a mech? Do we just want to get on with the sortie? Because it's 30 minutes since I started, and I don't want to keep waffling about. Yeah, we can. Is there any particular model that people are vocal about? So in Alpha Strike, doing scouty things is and getting behind people isn't as good as in Classic. It only does an extra point of damage. We also have this list of mechs right here of stuff that we can buy just here on Appalachia, or we can just be like, hey, let's just buy a mech because we want one. Yes, but that's 2,000 SP, and I can't afford that. Do we want to hold off on buying a mech then? Add until after this sortie and get a Warhammer 2C? That sounds fun. Let's do that. Alrighty. So, let's talk about sortie number 10. The face of the enemy. Alright. My name is Agapito Galanus. He practiced, finding his confidence through repetition. Things had been going so well since these off-worlders had arrived, these invaders, these liberators, winning time and again against the Jade Falcons. If Agapito could be as sure of himself as these mercenaries seemed to be, he would do his part. He and the other merchants, the other community leaders, the good, decent people of Appalachia could bring peace. My name is Agapito Galanus, he said again, tone grim, a mantra. He knew he would have to look Star Captain Conrad Sender in the eye, perhaps even shake that monster's hand, and treat him as though he were civilized. Agapito had decided to use his family name when he did so. His father had been too scared to keep it. Agapito would not be. My name is Agapito Galanas. He nodded. His father would have been too scared for a great many things. His father would never have gotten into a hovercraft like this, would have never strapped himself into such a crude, dangerous military vehicle, would never have ridden in it directly into the lion's den. His father had lost too much too early, but had still felt like he had too much left to lose. His father's cowardice was Agapito's fault. Agapito, no, but not his burden to carry. My name is Agapito Galanas. He bit his lip. Looking around the infantry compartment of the hover tank, there were no windows, so he had nowhere else to look. It was a Spartan armored thing, meant to deliver soldiers, not offer views of the landscape as it passed by. He felt in his gut that they were getting close to the meeting site, whether or not he could see it. And my name is Agapito Galanas. He tugged at the straps that held him in place, keeping him cinched tight around him. He felt them like they were the arms of his father. He felt them as if they were the arms of his children. He felt the straps as if they were all of Appalachia, holding him close, embracing him before sending him into danger. He had to do his part for his world. He had to look the monster in the eye and talk to him like a man. He had to try and end this bloodshed, this occupation. The hovercraft slowed and spun, slewing around, pointing the infantry compartment to what had, moments before, been forward. It shuddered as its engines lowered to a purr, dropping the heavy armored personal carrier into the dirt. Agapito tugged at the quick release on his harness straps. Door opened, let the harsh white sunlight of his homeworld. My name is Agapito Galanas, he said to himself, a prayer to his grandfather as he had began to stand. He was ready to step out into the light, to talk to Conrad Sender, to represent his community and do his part, using civility and words, bringing peace through discourse. He had hoped, for the sake of his father and his father's father. Briefing. You knew something was coming when the Star Captain didn't declare a formal challenge, didn't call for a formal trial, didn't formally offer SAFCON for the duration of the meeting. I have no idea what SAFCON is. Clanner words are stupid. You were ready for a fight, ready for his arrogance and anger to get the better of him, ready for his Jade Falcon bloodlust to boil up. You arrived locked and loaded. You spoke to the brave Appalachian leaders and triple-checked their armor. Their armored personnel carriers, and ordered your troops to keep their eyes open and guns up. Safe conduct. Okay. The meeting between the Appalachian leaders and Star Captain Sender is tense, with both sides staring each other down across the dusty plain. Monitoring their discussion over the radio, you listen as things quickly deteriorate. It is clear that Sender is too bitter and resentful to treat in good faith, especially with non-warriors. He doesn't even bother to get out of his mech. Hardly a good sign. After a heated exchange, a furious Sender snaps one arm of his Thunderbolt 2C up to threaten the merchants, and at the same time, the ground beneath their armored personnel carriers erupts in a blast of fire. Buried explosives! Shocked, and it takes your forces a moment to leap into action, but you've got to ensure the survival of your people and your employers. You may perform any one of the following reconnaissance actions. Artillery, early recon, shattered shield. So we did shattered shield. So we're going to read Z. Without control of the mountain pass at Thermopile, the Jade Falcon's access to some of their munition stores has become limited. The Bane and the Summoner each suffer a weapon hit critical hit, representing decreased munitions. On that thing, that's nice. Alright. Waypoint setup. Shuffle A through I face down and return 1 to the box without looking at it. Place the remaining on the map. Alrighty. I'm feeling this one. Alright. One goes right here. Another goes right here. Right here. Oh, this is definitely not going to be bad news bears. Definitely not any repeats of Falcon in flight. He's missing trees in the setup. There we go. Now we have trees, mostly in the right position. Alrighty. Place J and K face up on the on turn 2. We can deploy 360 points worth of our forces in this area. $360 points. Oh, that's interesting. So, 360. What do we want to bring? We've got some choices. That's essentially all of our forces that we can bring. I could say we could leave the Firestarter and Raven behind. Alrighty. God, this Blackjack 3 has been absolutely hilariously good for me. Here's the thing. I think they might have some infantry hiding. Okay, so yeah, again, Doc's getting in the Highlander because it's quite frankly his favorite mech. Digi, Dwarfman, has been doing some absolute work in the Black Knight. But what do y'all think that Digi should take? There was that one mission he piloted the Timberwolf. He's not in a Knight, he's in a Blackjack. He's been in a Blackjack. I should probably buy a Black Knight. Keep him the same, not up-ton him into something stupid. Alright. Wolfsrum. I believe this is, von Falkenstein. The dice seem to really like it. Von Falkenstein, what should you go into? You have cautious, so you can turn your mech in any one direction at the end of turn. Let's see. You know, for an assault, the Orion has a lot, has very little structure. Let's give him the Mad Cat. I think I'm gonna give you the Orion because it's funny. Why is it funny? Because the you've got indirect fire, and no, you have S-Snark. So if we go over here. You can use alternate LRM ammo for modified effects. I love how there's a lamb. In your book. Where is the S-Snark? And an Ares is, oh wow. They really are trying to push the weird shit. Narc. Alright. May make an extra weapon attack using its narc missile beacon. Unit hit by a narc will not suffer damage from the narc, but suffer 1 additional point from any indirect fire or special weapon attack if indirect fire, LRM, or SRM special abilities or any standard weapons or any standard weapon attack from a unit with indirect fire, LRM, or SRM abilities for the rest of the game, unless this unit is a friendly ECM bubble. Standard narc beacon launchers indicated by SNARC have a maximum range of medium, while compact have a maximum range of short. Unlike most other effects, narc takes place immediately and can be used with other attacks. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we can get more weapons, but I don't want to. But that narc is very nice. Anyway, let's set up our mechs and get going. So, I want the Highlander out. Because I want to be able to see. There we go. For right now, Blackjack, you are going to sit right there. Mad Cat. You're gonna back us up. Orion. They're just having a named pilot party over here. Don't worry about us. Let's have the Awesome sit right over there. Our Marauder 4. They're gonna sit over here by the rock. Phoenix Hawk. Griffin. And Centurion. Sensi gonna sense. Alright, let's talk about the rest of this mission. Finally. The blue hexes on the map represent the starting positions of the heavy APCs. Alrighty. Okay, so units 4 and 5 are in reserve. what I am doing is I am just bigifying these things so that I can frickin' see them. It's like they're not this big on table on like the actual table, but they're fine. Alrighty, so our objectives. Resolve the situation. There are 3 ways to win this sortie. This sortie ends immediately when you complete one of the following. Duel. During the movement phase, the Thunderbolt 2C withdraws due to forced withdrawal special rule. Escape. During the movement phase, the following 3 conditions are true. There are no heavy hover APCs on the map. At least 1 heavy APC has escaped. At least 180 of our forces have escaped. So our home edge is over here. So we got to go through all this. Secondary objective. Gain 200 SP for each enemy mech we destroy. Sortie end. The sortie ends immediately when you have completed one of the primary objectives. If you have not completed any primary objective at turn 3, or if all 3 APCs are destroyed, sortie ends. Special rules. All the Jade Falcons are subject to forced withdrawal. So if their mech is crippled, they can, must, and will retreat. Setup, the Apalachian allies. The 3 heavy hover APCs represent the Apalachian merchants who have come with you to negotiate and now must be protected. These units are not considered part of our force, though they do not count towards our PV due to Sender's explosives. Each APC begins with an MP critical hit, reduces their TMM to 1, and their movement to 8 inches. Units start with full armor and structure otherwise. Mark each as a destroy objective, revealing waypoints. Waypoints are only revealed by events on the turn track. Combat phase, Falcon's Fury. Conrad Sunder cannot be destroyed. It survives with 1 structure. Any attack that would normally mark off structure will deal a critical hit as usual. MV cannot be reduced. Ignore the MP critical hit. Protecting the Apalachians. Whenever a heavy hover APC is chosen as the target of attack, a unit with a named pilot and base-to-base contact with it and in line of sight of the attacker may spend 1 edge. The named pilot unit becomes the target instead. So, we're gonna have fun. Let's get some dice. Green, green, blue, blue, black, black, white, white, red, red, green, green, blue, blue, Alright. As always, blue is us, green is the Falcons. Looks like the Falcons go first. Alright. Move last to the unit with the most medium damage and the most PV. That's going to be the Bane. Because, of course, it's the Bane. It's like, even with its weapon critical hit, it still deals 7 damage. So, let's see here. They have 3 units, we have 4. So we need to move 4 units. So sprinting, I believe, gives you 1.5 times your movement. They have 8 inches of movement. Yes, okay. Hold on. I wanna... So, waypoints are only revealed... I see. I think I see. What was I doing? Yes, the APCs I'm going to have all basically sprints. So that has 10 movement and 14. They're all going to run away behind this rock. Yep. And I am also going to grab a D4. And 1, 2, 3. And then I need to move one more person. The Centurion has 12 inches of movement. Does not have a fire control critical hit. Christ! The dice! Centurion is going to waddle his happy butt into the trees. He's got a TMM of 2. Alrighty. Jade Falcons. The Summoner. If the ideal red is moved and you can get behind it with your 10 jump jet move. Nope. Are there any moved enemies within 30 inches? Yep. Ideal, so 14, 22, 30. So he's going to go after the APCs. Target is red. Lowest armor, lowest TMM, highest point value. Lowest armor, lowest TMM, highest point value. I mean, yeah. Ground move in no moved enemies line of sight. In the least enemy's line of sight and occupy woods. Ground move. And then it takes 1 inch to enter woods. Yeah, he wants to be over here. And his TMM is 2. Now we need to move 4 of our guys. Again, the trees speak. The awesome is going to back up into the woods. The Mad Cat is going to get into the woods. Everyone gangsta till the trees start speaking PPC. Yep. The Orion. And the Blackjack. Everybody essentially just backed the hell up. So Blackjack, TMM1, Mad Cat, TMM2, Orion, TMM1, and 1. The Mad Cat is the only one with a TMM greater than 1. Wow, why does the Blackjack have a TMM of 1? Alrighty. Them. Thunderbolt. So the destroy objective always has the highest PV. Interesting. Okay. It is always considered if any stats are undefined, use the default stats. Interesting. Alright, so if the ideal is red, and if the ideal red enemy is moved and in 10 inches, the lowest armor, the lowest TMM, and the highest PV. Wow! I backed every moved person up outside of 10. If there are at least 3 enemies in line of sight and 24 inches, target the nearest, target any line of sight the nearest in attack range of the nearest. Jump if he can. Attack range to at least 1 enemy. No unmoved enemy in 12 inches. Maintain distance to the target. Occupy woods. So he wants to back up to the woods. And that gives him 12 inches away from the Highlander. Hello. Now we need to move our 4. So the Marauder has a 6-inch jump. Oh, Blackjack, why did you go there? You instead go there. So that the Marauder can jump into the trees. One, so two. Both of y'all, I think, are going to... You both have more than enough movement speed to do this. Y'all are just gonna get onto the rock and protect your little leggies. Wow. Like, I'm beside myself with how jank that is. And they both have 2 and 2. Alrighty. Finally, the Bane. If the unit has any armor and there are any moved enemies in attack range in 24. Oh, and myself. I need to move myself. Myself is going to back up enough into the trees. So 16 inches moved, enemy yellow. They are not within distance for you. No, unmoved enemies, only to the target. So who is the target? Armor lost, lowest TMM, highest medium damage. That's going to be my Orion. Or my, Awesome. That is going to be my awesome. So you want vision, line of sight on the target. Get closer to the target. Line of sight only on the target and occupy woods. Well, you're probably not going to be able to do that with your 6 inches of movement. Alrighty. That, I believe, is everybody. Now it's on to combat. Let's go through. Let's go through this. Okay, so Thor. You want to hit a target rear, you can't. More armor lost, no. Red command list. Lowest armor, lowest TMM, highest PV. Within 24. Lowest armor, lowest TMM, highest PV. That's probably gonna be the blackjack. Could be the Senshi. It is the blackjack. Alrighty. So he has a skill of 3. That is going to be a range of medium, so 5. TMM 1, so 6. In the trees, 7. He's got a weapons hit, so he rolls 3 dice. Two hit. Sorry, Digi. Does not have any OV. Bane. Hit target's rear. Hit command list. Destroy objective. Armor lost, lowest TMM, highest medium. You can only really see the Awesome and the Mad Cat. And the Chuckle Brothers over here, he can't even get spotted. So with his only 2 targets being those 2. Armor lost. Neither of them have lost any armor. Lowest TMM, it's going to be the Awesome. So, skill of 3. 5, 6, 7 into the woods. Rolling. I'm going to call it 8 because of the terrain. 7s into the woods. Or there, yes, 7 missiles on the awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's 1. That's 3 hits. One of them's critical. Five. Nothing. Get fucked. And Thunderbolt. Target rear, red command list, lowest armor, lowest TMM, highest PV. Sounds like he's going after the Blackjack again. That really does sound like he's going after the Blackjack again, doesn't it? Yeah. It really does. Anyway, 2. Four, 5, 6. Rolling 5s. One, 2, 3, 4. Jeez, us. Hey, do we want to switch Digi out with, say, the Marauder really quick? Yeah, let's switch Digi out with the Marauder. So that's a critical. 10. Fire control. So you are gonna add +2 to all of your hits. Oof. Well, Conrad. Prepare. All right. So pretty much everyone. So these two are looking over. I'm gonna say like they're not gonna have the partial cover because of they're right up against the wall. Everyone over here is on the edge except for the Centurion, so the Centurion is going to have +1 to hit on him. Alright, so Griffin and Phoenix Hawk. Skill of 4, 6. In the woods, 7. 8, 9. Phoenix and Griffin, 8, 9. So we got 2 and 2. These are the Griffin. These are the Phoenix Hawk. We gotta roll 9s. Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk gets 1 hit. Lovely. Alrighty, so Marauder, Blackjack, Orion, and Highlander. 4, 6, Woods, 7, 9. Everyone is 9s as well. Alrighty, so let's start with the Marauder. 4 9s. Alright. And that's a critical hit. So that's 2 hits. One of them is critical. Alright, what'd you get? 7. Motive. Fuck. Because he cannot take MP critical hits. Anyway. The Orion is going to shoot its narc at him before any missiles go off. Any LRMs any other LRMs specifically go off. So he's going to make 5 rolls at 9. This blue is the narc. Deals no damage. So that's 1. That's 2. He's going to spend an edge to bump the narc up. So I am going to get an attack objective. And put that on the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt is narked. So any more missiles coming at him will deal an extra point of damage. So Sleeve, UNC Samurai, does not have the Marksman perk, so I cannot turn this into a critical hit, but that is still 2 points of damage. Moving on down, let's get the Blackjack out of the way. Three, with an overheat of 1 for potentially 4. Rolling on 9s, was it? Yes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's roll on overheat. We're gonna get 4 9s. Come on, come on. We're gonna get jack shit. Centurion has to roll 10s. Just because of where he is in the woods. No. He has to roll 9s because you can only gain the woods bonus once. either intervening or firing into. So he needs to roll 9s. He needs to roll 2 9s. Fuck. All right. Highlander. Ugh, 5. And you gotta roll 9s. Critical hit. And I'm gonna bump up one of them just to make another hit. Where's the ruling on Narc? Because this is important because I have indirect fire. Okay. I deal 3 damage to him because he's narked. And it doesn't explicitly say I have LRMs, but I have indirect fire, and the narc affects indirect fire. Lovely. So I deal 3, and that's going to be 2 criticals. Because one of those rolls was a crit. So I rolled a 5 and a 10. Five is nothing. 10 is fire control, you stupid son of a bitch. He 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 he. He 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 he. He is now in forced withdrawal. Let's see. Mad Cat, do you want to take a chance at him? Or do you want to shoot at the Bane? No, you've got tons of crap. Fives. Nines. Yeah. You're gonna roll against the Thunderbolt. Hit. Hit. 8. And now he is about as damaged as he is ever going to be. So see, the funny thing about Digi is that I could have increased this to make a critical hit, or I could have increased this to be a critical hit. Either way, it would be the same thing. So we rolled a 6 and a 7. Youth, you are allowed to laugh and snigger for 3 seconds. Weapon and motive. Ooh, he's getting bonked. Alrighty. Awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living on a dream. Yeah. Partial cover applies. Alright. So, skill of 4, range 6, partial cover 7, TMM 8. Need to roll 6 8s. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that this awesome pilot just rolled 2 boxcars. Rolled 3 hits, 2 of them boxcars. Alrighty. 7. 6 and 7. Weapon motive. Oh. Oh, this Bane only has 3 inches of movement. Yes, we just 6-7'd the Bane. Ammo. Does he have case? He does have case. Which is funny because, in my game that I'm playing, you guys met Mike yesterday during my painting stream. We, last week we were doing, the thermopile. And someone rolled an ammo critical hit against the Bane when it had 2 structure left. So it's like we mark it, roll critical hit, 2. And I'm just like, all right, you want to know what's funny? It has case. So it's not destroyed. It just suffers another structure damage. Oh, wait, that's the last structure. So it exploded. Hey Von Falkenstein, you're in the you are in the Mad Cat, and you did actually quite a bit of goodly damage to the people. The Thunderbolt 2C is now in forced retreat. T-Wolf is stupid good. So just checking up. So he is now in forced retreat. Bring the pain, gain 200 SP for each mech you destroy, but we get like 2,000 when we win. Ends immediately if blah 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 blah. Its MV cannot be reduced. Ignore the MP critical hit. are only revealed from the turn track. Okay. All right. I believe we need to roll for initiative. They get -2 because they won. And we blow them out of the water. All right, so waypoint token, J. Waypoint token, K. No, von Falkenstein, like that's what I did with my with the LGS group I'm in. We just started dicking around with it, and it was a lot of fun. Actually, I'm just like, hey guys, you wanna play ACES? And we're just like, yeah, let's give Alpha Strike a try, and we're having a blast with it. It's great. It very much lets you do a really clever little narrative story a lot easier. This was obviously a well-planned trap. It's a trap. You check your long-range scanners just in time to catch 2 more enemy mechs moving to flank your position. Roll a die to determine where the Locust 2C deploys. 1 to 3 is the northwest. 4 to 6 is the southeast. Place the Howler in the corner you did not roll. They will activate normally this turn. One, 4 is southwest. Howler. There we go. They are now on the track. Oh, hold on. No, 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 no. Move last is still on. No, you've got 6 now. Ooh, it's almost the Locust. The Bane 3. Yeah, the Atlas is good at that. No, this is the one with all the missiles. He just wants a hug. All right, and waypoint K. Does Star Captain Conrad Sender have any more surprises in store? If there are any unrevealed waypoints on the map, choose any 2 of them, reveal 1 of them at a time, then move this waypoint to the next space on the track. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna take this one. Did... Which one? No. Nah. All right. So I've chosen one. First one to tell me a waypoint. Gets to choose it. So we got all these waypoints over here. Hello, Mortis! 16 tons, and what do you get? Another Mech Older and another different... Tell the devil I can't go. I sell my soul to the BattleTech store. Absolutely. Someone, please tell me which waypoint we're gonna choose. Ah. Damn it. There we go. All right, which one's Delta? North, middle, south. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm just gonna roll a D8. North. Okay. North. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no. Yes. Crafty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a number. Three. 1, 2, 3. Waypoint G. All right. So we have H and G. G. All right. H. We have captured commander. We automatically win initiative next turn. G. Oh no! Player nearest suffers 1 point of damage and a elemental spawns. Where was this? That was right there. That's the Centurion. All right. Skill 3, Ambusher, Inventory. Let me grab those cards. Alrighty, I've got my elemental cards right here. Somerset. I don't know. Hello, Stormy. Alrighty. So we won initiative. And we have 12. And now they have 6. So it's they move, then 2. They move, then 2. They move, then 2. Right? Yes. Yes. All right. So my elementals have 116. So they go first. Are there any moved enemies? No. Are there any enemies within attack range? Keep in mind that's objects, components, figures. That works. Sirloin. So they want to target the nearest, which is the Centurion. Jump closer to the target, occupy woods, line of sight to the least amount of enemies. Well, you can't have everything, can you? ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, most of these things are elementals. Alright, now we move to... You know what? They move 8, 12. There, we've moved 2 of them. All right. Oh, the Marauder... Shit. I forgot to factor in. The Marauder had a +2 to its hit due to jumping. So Digi didn't do as good a job. Wait, no, because he got the 2 critical hits, right? Yeah, Digi got the 2 critical hits. They didn't matter anyway. They rolled high enough. All right. So now we need to remove one of ours. That's going to be the Summoner. Nobody has moved, buddy, and you can't get behind them. Are there any moved enemies within 30? No. There is not. So you're going to target the nearest, jump if needed, 18 inches from the target. So who is the nearest? Ooh, Highlander or... Yeah, he's going to declare the Highlander as his target. He's going to ground move, jump if needed, closer to the target. No. 18 inches from the target. Is this dude an idiot? Ladies and gentlemen, this card says 18 inches brackets target. Brackets in ACES means maintain spacing. So he has declared that the nearest enemy is his target. And he wants to be 18 inches from it. He wants to be in attack range of the target. And he wants cover versus the most enemies and to occupy woods. Well, he's 18 inches from his targets. He's in woods. He has line of sight. He technically has cover due to the woods. It sounds like he's going to stand still. yes, not moving is dumb. But ground move, jump if needed. And without ground moving, he has succeeded in pretty much all of his desires. Look, they're clanners. They're not smart. In my Thermopile game, we had a rifleman hop up on an elevation change and immediately get destroyed. All right, so we move 2. All right, so 1 heat increases my TNN and decreases my move. But if I jump, it doesn't. Me unged when should have bunged. So that blackjack has 8 inches of jump. Yeah. Jump. So that's R2. They move 1. It's the Thunderbolt with his 10 movement. And he is under forced withdrawal. So he wants to target the nearest, jump, escape from the edge, sprint if needed, closer to the escape edge, cover versus all enemies, line of sight to the nearest and the least enemy arcs. So I'm gonna say it's gonna cost them 2 to get out. Yeah. All right. Bravely bold Sir Robin rode forth from Camelot. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Oh no! Let me call my, let me... It'll be fine. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we won the scenario. But I am going to go through this combat phase to see if we can't kill anybody else. Just get a little bit of a better payout. Anyway, so that was his move. So he's fucked off. So therefore, we don't have any... objectives anymore for them. Anyway, hour 2. The Centurion is gonna move in the woods such that he backs up, is still in the woods, and can get a really good shot on the elementals. The Orion, with his great trundling 8 inches of movement, is going to move through the woods, through his allies, you know what? He's gonna risk the back shot. So he is in woods, but he wants to get some shots off on the Bane. So those are our 2 movements. So we moved the Orion, we moved the APCs, we moved the Blackjack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty. The Locust. If the ideal blue is moved, nearest. I'm gonna... We still have that crap. I'm gonna say we still have this crap. It's just these are like the last standing orders then. So blue is a destroy objective, structure, PV, MV. So it wants to go without being in any moved enemy's line of sight. And you have 16 inches of move. Nope. If the ideal blue is moved, yes. So you want to be line of sight on the blue. And then you also want to be in the least line of sight. Cover no moved enemies within 12 inches. Closer to the target. No unmoved enemies within 12 inches. Okay. You're running up here. And you have 3 TMM. Hour 2. Stretchy. Griffin, Phoenix Hawk. Griffin and Phoenix Hawk both have 10 and 12. Griffin is gonna mosey on over here. Such that he has partial cover line of sight on him. The Phoenix, and he's going to 3, 5, 9, 10, not jump. The Phoenix Hawk is also gonna move on over here. Is gonna walk. Also against the also against the Locust. Partial cover. 3, 5, 9, 10. They both got to roll 10s against them. All right. So that's our 2. Their 1. The Howler. Red. Lowest armor, lowest TMM, highest PV is moved, and you can get behind it. No. With 16 inches, no. With 30 inches? Okay, who here has moved? Can you get behind the Centurion? You know, that's 30. But you have 14 inches of move. No, you can't. I need moved enemies within 24. No. So you're cautious. Ground move, line of sight to the target, which is the nearest. Oh, actually. No. The Orion. The Orion is barely within reach. Cover versus enemies in the least line of sight. Target has no cover. Well, unfortunately for you, Dick Waffle, that's a little impossible. You want to be right here. You basically just want to be right up behind the Bane. Maintain 14 inches from the target. You really are having a time of it. You don't want to be right there. You want to be right here. That's good enough. It's not like you're gonna get destroyed or anything. Alright, R2. Ugh. Awesome Highlander, Marauder, Timberwolf. Okay. Alright, so we've got like 3 inches, yeah. We're gonna walk right about there. Highlander's gonna walk. Still be in the woods. It's like that elemental is just like, what are these people doing? And the answer is not caring about you. All right. Now, the Bane. Are there any moved enemies in 24 and no moved enemies in 12? No unmoved enemies. There are several unmoved enemies within 12. Are there any moved enemies in 24? Yes. All right. So who is the closest? Orion. You want to get closer to the target, cover versus enemies. No. You want no line of sight against the moved blue enemy. Which is destroy objective, structure, PVMV. Yeah, you do not want line of sight. You with your trundly 3 inches of movement wants to just back up. That's what you want to do. I think you're a baby back bitch. But if that's what you're gonna do, all right. So the awesome is all right. Highlander has 6 inches. I don't think you have it. I didn't move all my people. Shit. Oh well. I think I skipped something. Anyway, I'm gonna have the Highland or the Marauder, or no, Mad Cat, 12 inches. Poke its meanie butt little head out. So it has partial cover. But is within short range. Because it's gonna be a right little bastard to that baboon. Oh yeah, the Marauder did move. I didn't move a second one alongside him. I think is he awesome? Is gonna move over here and do something like this so that he can fire at potentially both the summoner and at the elementals. And the Highlander is going to walk forward enough to grab a TMM movement modifier, but also potentially still be able to get a shot on the elementals. Alrighty, firing time. Alrighty, Summoner, most armor lost, yellow command list. Destroy objective. That would be +4 to hit. Three, 7. Eight, 9. But that's not where it's gonna go. It's gonna be a little bitch. So it's firing through an inch of woods. So it's gonna get +1. It stood still, so he's 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8's to hit on the blackjack. 4. One hit on the blackjack. Right? Yeah. Alright, 9. No hit. Alright, lovely. Then it is the missile boat, but you should have had you designate a hit. Alright. Line of sight on the preferred target. Target is immobile, or you stand still. Is immobile or you stand still. Deals the least damage. Target has no cover. So your target is going to be attacked by an ally this turn. Blue command list. Yeah, you're gonna go after the blackjack with your 6. You would not have dealt any damage because you're stupid. Is what I'm picking up. Alrighty. Let's go through all of this frickin' indirect fire again. Alright. Attacker's skill rating is 3. Attacker's range to target is 2, so 5. Attacker's movement modifier, 0. Attacker movement modifier for the spotter, -1. Because of stupidity. So we're at 3. We're at 5. We're at 4. Cover and terrain modifiers from line of sight. We're at 6. We're at 7. Really? We're at 8, actually. No. Okay. Show. Hey. Alright. Line of sight. Or range. Or skill. 3. Range. 2. Stood... a movement modifier. 0. Your movement modifier. 4. So... through the woods, +1. Over the hills, 5, 6. 7, 8. Yeah, 8s. 6 8s. No hit. Woohoo, no hit. Alrighty, Locus wants to hit the target's rear, no cover, blue command list. So you're probably... You can't see... You can't see that. You can see that. You can see those. Are you within 24 of them? I'm gonna say you can hit number 2. At like the very end of medium range. So, skill of 3. Range of 5. Partial cover because that's only being generous. 6. So 3, 5, 6, 7. Need to roll 5 7s. Oh no, what did I do? One, two. Two hits. Okay. Alright, let's roll on the motive table. And I think we're adding 2 to the... adding 1 to these rolls. That's a 12, and that's a 7. Alrighty. Unit is immobilized. Lovely. Not destroyed, just immobilized. Alrighty, and the Howler. You want to hit target's rear, structure lost, red list. No, your only shots, I believe, are the Mad Cat, the Orion, and the Highlander. So you are going to target the Mad Cat because he's within 6 inches. Red command list is... he's also your only target within that range. Skill of 3, TMM 2, so it's 5, partial cover 6. And you don't have any overheat. 2. 2 6s. Alrighty. And you got a crit. Okay, 1 hit and it's a frickin' crit. Alright, what'd you get? 5. Ignore it. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Die. All right. It has come to my attention that some dirty clanners need to die. So let's start with you. All right. So you're within medium, and you walked. So walk a 3, or so no. You're TM on 3. So skill of 4, range 6, TMM 9, 10, and that's going to be a similar thing for both of you. So I'm going to roll you together again. Both y'all need to roll 10s. Griffin, Phoenix Hawk. Both of them miss because that dude is a little Speedy Gonzalez. Blackjack cannot make a shot. Alright, so let's see. Blackjack firing at someone. So skill 4, jump 6. Range 8. At any target. 9, because you're in the woods. 10 because of heat. And all right. Standstill and jumping have no effect on the target number needed to hit. Weird. Okay. All right. Three 10s on the summoner. All right. Let's do that again. That wasn't a really good physics roll. I didn't like that. It's probably not going to matter. I'm just going to call one of those a hit. And if it does matter, I'll take it back. Centurion is going to fire at the little elementals. Oh, the elementals didn't attack. Shit. Anti-mech attack. Nope. Attacked by ally this turn. Something. No armor. No. Least armor. They're gonna attack the awesome. So 3, 4 into the trees, 5. Yeah, they need to roll 2 5s. 2 hits. All right. Alright, Centurion needs to roll 4 5. So skill of 4, range of short, 5, 6 because they jumped, 7 because they're battle armor. Two. That's 2 hits on the battle armor. They only have structure remaining. Let's go to the Marauder. Marauder is going to fire at the Summoner. So 4, 5, 6, 7 into trees. 4. Can you overheat? No, you can't. So I do believe that's 2 hits. I also do believe that the Marauder has Marksman. So the Marauder is going to get 2 hits on the Summoner. One of them is going to be a critical. And I do believe Digi is now... Digi has 1 pip remaining. Five. How have I been rolling 5s this entire time? You know what? Let's re-roll it. Once. 8. Weapon. All right. Next up, the Awesome. I'm fairly certain I can split attacks. I don't know. I think I can. So I will. Because it's my game, and I technically already won. Alright. So they have TMM of 3 because they jumped. Short range. Seven, 8. And then... So 7 and 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll... I'm going to designate the Thor, or the Summoner, as the secondary target. +1 to hit for that, so 8s for both of them. I'm going to roll 3 on the Elementals and 3 on the Summoner. This probably isn't in the rules, but screw you, I'm having fun. That's 1 hit on the Elementals. That's 1, 2... Is the Awesome being piloted? No, it's not. This awesome is getting a named pilot. Holy shit, that's 3 hits. Alright. The Orion has partial cover against the Baboon, or the Howler. TMM 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, again, designating a narc attack. So rolling 5, the white is the narc. Four, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Nope. No hit. Good job, Orion. Mad Cat in short range is 4, 7, 8. Yeah, I took the partial cover against you. I'm gonna take the partial cover against you as well. 8. One hit, 2 hit. Did he already, did he have another hit on him? No. All right. 4, 7. 8, 9. 4, 7. 4, 5. 4, 5, 6? Really? So you're 4. You stood still. So this woods cover is missing. Range 6. You stood still. Yeah. I need to roll a 6 to hit you at medium range. How the hell do I need to roll a 6 to hit you at medium range? Okay. So 6, that's minimum 7. 8, 9. 8, 9. 4. 7. Okay. Okay. Two at the Howler for 9. 2 at the Elementals for 8. And 1 at the Summoner for 7. Okay. Alrighty. Need to roll 9s. No. Come here. Need to roll 9s. Alright. Roll that. Tasty. Double crit. 1 crit. 3. 2 crit. 9. Engine. Nothing. Two against the Elementals, 8. Alright, Elementals are dead. And 1, 7 at the Summoner. Nope, alright. Alright. What I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna roll all of these. And if any of them are 8 or above, damage is getting dealt to people. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So I'm gonna kill the baboon. Kill the howler. And we're going to put 2 pips on the summoner and roll some criticals on him. 8 and 9. Weapon. I'm going to say that summoner is effectively destroyed. No. Okay, so thematically, this Bane has 3 inches of movement. Sprinting has 4.5. Cannot get out of here. With all of my units coming in. I think the Bane is dead. The Howler was not long for this world. After that motive hit, it was going to be easy mopped up. I think the Locust is going to peel off. The Summoner is having trouble. So I am going to consider 3 enemies destroyed. Mission success. Let's do some math. Sortie 10. Primary objective 18. I said 3 of them. Boom. So that is what? 24. Rearming. So how many of us have... So, reconnaissance. Did we spend any on reconnaissance? No, I don't think we did. Waypoints. No. Rearming. Units without energy. So we have 9 units, and 2 of them, so 3 of them. 6. Right? Yes, 6. Times 20 is 120. No one died. Destroyed units, no. Crippled units, no. Any structure or criticals? Yes. We had our Blackjack get absolutely murked. So that's 2. For 80. Only armor damage. One. 2. 3. So 3, 7, 8, 9. Wow, this did not go terribly bad. And we were even under BV for once. That is 380. 380, really? Ooh, that's fun. 220. So today is a good day. Campaign 10. What is the name of the campaign? Face the enemy. Win. Earnings. So that's a good payout. All right, let's read the end of this sortie. All right. Named pilots earn 120. 120. That's 390. That's 410. My skill goes up to 3. $590. And if he puts 50 in, he has 70 left over. He can get like another edge token.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah?
Are you...
Weird Al's working on a musical. So 50, so 70. Let's do 120. Digiman, absolute frickin' goat of my squad. Damn it. $410. $530. $90. Congratulations, pilots. You've leveled up. All right. You were expecting ugly, and you got it. Clearly, the Star Captain is determined to die, but not without putting up a brutal fight in the meantime. You made a good faith effort at negotiation. What comes next is on him. All right. So there was duel, there was escape, there was overpower. Bested in combat, the furious Conrad Sender declares an immediate fighting withdrawal for all forces, giving you the opportunity to keep up the pressure and settle this conflict. The locals are pretty sure the Falcons have taken flight back to their main garrison. Gain keyword duel. Continue to sortie 11. Alright. So then we could have also done 12 and 13. So 12, if we escaped, we would have to run away while being chased. Counter-strike recovery, we would have had like some sort of defense against a against a strike force. That could have been fun. Oh, jamming chaos. The Fulcrum tanks are jamming us. All units are in alphabetical order of their waypoint tokens. Ignore priority. That's fun. But we are doing Operation Hammer. So there's going to be some emplacements. There's going to be a summoner, a marauder, a rifleman, a locust, and a bane. So we should have... We probably could have done something a bit different in the early game and gotten hidden raid as well. Okay, so they have artillery. Ooh. Uh-huh. That's going to be fun. So, no voting on that. But who did the best job as a pilot? So Doc had some good shots, but nothing, I think, spectacular. Digi just kind of shot at things. I don't think the game was long enough for it to be a problem, you know? Like, nobody stood out. For me, it's between Wolfsrum and Sleeve, because Sleeve narked Conrad, and then everyone just kind of dogpiled on top of that. And then the Timberwolf just kind of was just like, hey, I'm gonna be a Timberwolf. So if it's okay with both of you, I think these two are going to be the MVPs for today. And that makes me feel happy. So Doc has 530. Sleeve has 570. Digi has 590. Wolf's got 550. The commander of the force has the least SP. I love it. All right, I am going to go get a haircut. And next time on Dragon Ball Z, we're gonna fight. We're gonna bring the fight back to the Falcons, and it's gonna be stupid. How much are we going to be able to bring? We're gonna bring 360 again. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Briefing. No. 360 again. Keyword artillery. Waypoint A on the turn track. Nope. Shattered shield. Read X. Z. X and Z. Oh my! Ha ha! Ha! Ha 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 ha! We've got a couple of extra units from the thermopile. And then Z, natural rock formations offer a lot of protection. After waypoint tokens, we can immediately resolve 2 of them. That is gonna be fun. All right. Yep. So both of those lead to 15, 17, and or 15, 16, 17. But this just leads to 14 or 15. 14 can lead to the end of the book. 15 Oh. Okay. Can go to 18 or 19. Is to 19. Oh. We got like 3 more games left then. Huh. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where this keyword comes from. I don't know. How do we gain the keyword dense? Oh well. Alright, we'll figure it out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we're assaulting their Fort Kickass. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for Storm Song doing Storm Song things. I will clean this up, and we'll get out of here. Have a great day, guys. Ta-ta for now. Hail Cargonia.
Hold on.
And the stolen things obey the quartermaster, unless he's a ling. Miners don't die today. Cargo techs push freight. Our enemies in disarray. All hail Cargonia.
Get back to work.